Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Randomation Productions. It's been a minute. I don't know how long it's been, but past me will probably put something up on screen to tell you how long it's been in case you didn't watch the update video. Basically, to give you the cliff notes of the update, one, I'm back. Big surprise. And I'm going to be making Let's Plays, and I'm going to be live streaming on Friday evenings, exact time still to be determined. I haven't really come up with an exact time yet, but I will post that as soon as I figure it out. And also Saturday mornings, I will also be streaming in the mornings. And those will be my streaming days because those are the best days for me to stream, and, you know, that seems logical for the moment.
Whoa, guys, pause. It's Stanley. So, well, I'm future me, actually, not current me that you're watching, or past me, in my perspective, but current you, current me, never mind. It's complicated. Timey-wimey. Anyways, basically, I'm here to just give you a quick heads up. The live stream days are Fridays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 8 a.m. All right? Those are the times. By the way, I will randomly be popping back up again throughout videos in the future. This is going to be kind of a thing with me just sort of popping in and filling in information. All right, back to the video.
And of course, YouTube, we're going to be back doing Let's Plays. We'll be doing probably some streaming highlights too, because the games I'm playing on the Let's Plays on the channel are not going to be the same as the Let's Play games. They're going to be completely different games. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. And then there'll be some vlog content, sporadic and such. And yeah, that's basically the gist of that. So let's get started so that I don't waste too much of your time. Go watch the update video. I'll put a link to it up in the thing over that way, or wherever the heck it goes. You can get all the deets on what I've been doing. But anyway, so we're going back to the oldies. I mean, it's not like that old. This was just updated at the end of last year, I think. But we are playing Stargate Pegasus Chronicles. Or, well, excuse me, Stargate Empire at War Pegasus Chronicles. Anyway, so basically we're going to be playing, this is the beta version. We're going to Galactic Conquest. And we're going to be playing the Stargate Galaxies campaign. I hesitate to put this on hard. I'm not like the best gamer. So we're probably not going to put it on, I'm not going to put it on hard. I'm going to put it on medium. Baby, I know. We're going to give ourselves maximum starting money, but we are going to start at the back. We're going to start at the low end. And basically, we're just going to do a playthrough as the Tari, or, well, we're going to attempt to do a playthrough as the Tari, aka humanity from Earth, specifically. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be up to today. So let's get it started. Alright, active story objectives. Stargate Galaxies. Welcome, Colonel. Thanks to the Stargate program, we have made great progress. New technology has been developed to explore the other worlds and form relations with other cultures. We gained allies, but we've also made enemies. The Goa'uld are currently our most threatening enemies, yet there are more hostile creatures and civilizations out there. Protect our world, liberate enslaved planets, defeat our enemies, push forward into other galaxies, trade, gather resources, gain access to advanced technologies. Good luck, Colonel. So, that's the main objective. Then we have a second thing, which is this mechanic, which I haven't ever seen before. I have not really played this campaign, so I don't know how this works. But dig site mechanics. Across the galaxy, several planets will have dig sites, which are archaeologists. Hard words. Can uncover valuable materials and technologies. We must spend resources for a chance to recover minor artifacts, vessels, or other artifacts. There's no guarantee that each period will contain artifacts. Basically, when we go to planets we can probably like build a building or something that gives us research. We'll check it out. We'll check it out. Alright, so, boom. Alright, first, pause. Because we are playing against an AI, and it will start doing stuff, so we gotta hold up while we think. Alright, so, here's Earth. This is what we got we're working with right now. We got a couple SG teams. We got a few Marine squads. We can already build X-303s, which is lovely. We do have this, which is kind of funny. It's the X-302 prototype, which is an experimental hyperspace fighter, which is kind of funny that you actually get to have that. It's kind of cutesy. Oh yeah, by the way, when you're paused, you can't do a lot. As you can see, you can't actually move this to the other fleet while it's paused, which is kind of lame. But that's okay. That's a game mechanic issue. That's not actually the modder's fault, I don't think. So anyways, so as I was saying, this basically has everything. So here's like literally right here. There's the Void and there's the Midway Station. And then here's the Pegasus. Like literally the whole Pegasus galaxy is over here. Like all the planets. Which means we will have to fight the Wraith at some point. If I remember correctly, I believe it's Wraith, Anubis, and the Tari are the 3 main factions. Now over here we have what I believe is the Asgard galaxy and like the handful of planets we've ever seen in the Asgard galaxy. I'm not sure how we get up there. Obviously this is our Milky Way galaxy with all of our lovely planets. And then down here I think, yeah, this is the Ori's galaxy, or the Alteran home galaxy, whichever you want to call it. Alright, so first off, what we're probably going to want to do is take the Alpha Site. It's currently uninhabited, which is perfect. And then we'll probably take Abydos, because that just seems logical. So we're going to send our SG teams. That's not an SG team. So we're going to take our SG teams, unpause. Take our SG teams. This does have the Stargate mechanic, so you can do the Stargate thing, which is basically is like a sneak attack. I forgot, we do have special forces as well. We'll leave these guys here to defend Earth. General Hammond's going to hang out there because he makes everything cheaper. There's SG frickin' 1. So SG-1 is a stealth team, which means they can move around places without being detected. So we're going to go investigate the black hole. There's nobody there. So cool. That means we can just take that. Let's send the hyperspace fighter to take that. Send SG-1 back. Which planet? We're probably going to send them back up to here. So we can go take over Abydos. This is our home defense fleet. So let's keep our home defense fleet on that side. We probably want to do some stuff. Okay, so we've got that. Doesn't look like we can actually secure that. We can't put anything there. So we'll leave the hyperspace fighter there just to let us know if someone's coming that way. And we're going to go ahead and get building on that. So we're going to probably want to... We're going to build a scout. These are little scout drones, UAVs. And you can basically send them to other planets to see what's there. So we're going to send a scout drone to Abydos to see what the orbital and ground defenses look like. And that way we can plan our... So what do we got here? So this is the research facility. We kind of have to make that. we just have to make that. Okay, what we got here? Oh, look at that. It's Ra. Wow, we're going all the way back to the movie. So Ra is currently on Abydos. Naquita and gem deposit present on the planet. Okay, cool. So the defenses on this planet are pretty light. So let's build another SG team, because we can build another SG team. Because we can have up to 3 infantry units. Doesn't have to be SG teams, but we're going to use SG teams just because it's cool. And we're also going to build a couple more drones. We're going to send them to these 3 planets as well. So we have a choice. Abydos does not appear to have any orbital defense, so we could just put our ships in orbit and lock down the planet's orbital position, which is probably a good idea. So if we just go like that, boom. So now we've locked down the orbital position over Abydos at this point. So we've got our SG team, so we're going to launch an attack there. Vorash does also appear to be relatively undefended. This is a Tok'ra base. That's right, this is where the Tok'ra are here, which means we could probably get some Tok'ra assistance if we go there. I said go to Talana. Talana is a very advanced planet, if I remember correctly, because this is where the Tolans are. So they have an advanced thing. I don't know if we... Well, what do we get? See, it tells you. You get special ion cannon. That's an orbital defense. Conveyors. That's resource mining. Probably because this planet, yeah, has mines. So we can increase our income from taking this planet. But this planet has quite an infantry garrison. And a lot of whatever these are. Training facilities. So we're going to have to amass a bigger force probably to take this planet. It does have a level 4 station over it as well. Vorash does not have any station over it. So let's go attack Abydos. We're going to do an SG attack just because it's cool. So now we have our little SG teams, as you can see. Here they are. We got SG-1, which is a pretty bomb unit to have on the field of battle. And of course we got our 3 SG teams. We're going to go scout around. This is like a mining area. I think there's some resources we can get there. We can speed up time a little bit, just to keep an eye on it, make sure nothing bad happens while we're going really fast.
I am unfamiliar with you, sir.
And there, yeah, there's a couple death gliders just sitting around up there, which we can grab. Oh. There's some Guau, Nekased guards, and Hoksed guards. So some troops. Let's go get them. If we can catch them. No, looks like they died. Alright, well, let's get up here. Because we can go up there, we can scout. Looks like we got some troops wandering around. If we grab these, we can use these as scout ships to look around the field, which is nice. Oh, actually, I like to always grab a bunch of these because it just helps. Because the enemy troops tend to just kind of wander around a lot. And when you're using such a small force like I am, sometimes it's a little frustrating to figure out where they all are and to, you know, feed them all. So once this is mine, I can just build it, and boom! We have a couple death gliders now.
Is there anything else I can do?
Which is allowing me to scout for stuff. Left someone behind.
Colonel Samantha
Get
Carter.
up here, Colonel Carter. Oh?
How did the mission go? Go ahead.
Huh.
What does you have chosen the location very well.
Bugged out. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, whatever. So the enemy should be down here someplace. Yeah, there's one of their buildings. There's another building. There's Ra. Looks a little silly for this area, but we can also call in Thor's Chariot, which can help us with this fight. Because each of SG-1 get their own abilities, so we can literally just call in Thor's, the listener's chariot ship to help. We're gonna fucking shoot Ra to death. Shoot this guy. Yeah, get him. Get him. Yeah, get him. Down with the false gods. Yep, there it is. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And then it goes... And boom, we win. So you can see SG-1 died because we lost one person on the team. So that does happen, unfortunately, and it can be quite frustrating. We'll probably also want to send some troops to help back up the defense on Abydos in case it gets assaulted, because it is going to be a resource-centric planet, which means it is vaguely kind of important to us in the grand scheme of this conflict. So we've got two strike teams, pretty much ready to go. We're going to go for this planet only because it's kind of off by its own lonesome, and I suspect it's probably lightly defended because it didn't look very special. Vorash is also important because we can get Tokra's spies, which is kind of useful. So we'll know. So we can send two SG teams, because the fun part is if you take the planet with an SG strike, or a Stargate strike, and then if you take the planet, any orbital like installations, like the space station stuff, they're gone. So it actually could be in our best interest to try and take Tolana from the ground with like SG-1 and like a strike team with like Marines and stuff. Oh, they have, wow, they have 3 System Lord flagships in orbit? Those are some bulky shipes, my man. But, okay. That's a little horrifying, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little scary. I mean... a little creepy. Like I don't really those guys are kind of trapped there. I think if I try and get them out, I think they'll go to conflict with that, and we can't fight 3 System Lord flagships with our puny little ships that we have. We should probably build a couple more 303s though, just in case.
So I assume you're fine with that?
But we probably should also start that. I usually like to slow tech, but because we are playing against AI that could be vaguely aggressive, we're going to probably want to start teching up a little bit and getting more advanced equipment. For now, defensive positions. This was the planet, I believe, that has...
Whoa, pause again. Hey, so you may be watching this going, I don't think he noticed this. Maybe you didn't notice it. If you look right over here on the top of the descriptor, talking about the specialty stuff that this planet can give us, it specifically says it can build an Asgard shipyard. Kind of an important planet to defend, because if I don't have this planet, I can't build Asgard ships. So I'll let future me, who films the next Let's Play episode, worry about that. Anyways, back to the video.
That thing, that the Thor tower thing that like attacked Teal'c when they went there. So Vorash is only lightly defended. We could probably take Vorash, so we should send an SG team to try and siege that. So these are Marines, so the difference is pretty minimal, but basically the Marines have bigger guns and the SG teams have smaller guns. That's about the gist of it. Oh, what's this? Oh, Tok'ra. Okay, so we got freedom fighters around here. That's sick. All right, cool. So we got some assistance. This should make it pretty easy to win this. Yeah, so we're gonna pull a retreat. We're gonna bug out of that. So unfortunately, actually taking plants that have troops on them, probably gonna need SG-1 to be assisting. We may also just need better troops in general. But it is what it is. So seeing that, it's kind of like, I don't know if we're going to be able to, take Talana. We're going to send General Hammond over here to Chimera. And we're going to build Thor's hammer. I'm not going to spend a bunch of money building a bunch of barracks on all these planets. But we are going to build like basic defenses and stuff to help hold the planets if possible, because that's kind of important. We are going to need to deal with this at some point. I just don't know if I can take that with this. I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. We might need like 2 more, maybe 6. I don't know. I mean, worst case is I just have to retreat and I take some losses, right? We got to be a little ballsy. So Tolana's kind of out of the question, unfortunately. Vorash is doable. I think we can win. Fight. So we're going to try it again because they don't have their garrison troops anymore. It's just buildings. I'm going to auto it. No, didn't win. We did destroy one of the training facilities, though. Now they just have their palace. So as you can see, we got an upgrade. So now we can build BC-304s. And we do have access to some heavier duty troops. And of course, SG-1 is back. So SG-1 will be joining the gathering up here. So let's just send our hyperspace ship over there. And it's important to put something in orbit. Oh, they have a single Hatak in orbit. Well, let's see what happens. We're going to attack it with our crap little single... our single 302. Let's go get them. I don't know if this... Oh, there it is.
No sign of any Jaffa activity.
Let's go that way.
No sign of any Jaffa activity.
Turn that off. Alright, fight them. Theoretically, we could wear them down, but it's not worth it. We can definitely smack that out of orbit with our little fleet. So we're going to send that. As you can see, we do have BC-304s now, which if we build some of those, we'd probably be able to take these guys. We have a decent force building here, a little military ground force ready. Send that over there. It is this fleet.
Is that enough time for you? Yes, sir. So I assume you're fine with that? No.
So usually I like to put the different types of troops into groups. Now, obviously we have General Hammond. He's here, so he's going to provide boosts to our shields, our health, and our movement speed for all of our troops, which is helpful. Only reason I put him in the fleet, and he is one of those, he does not come with his own ship at this stage. I don't know if he does later. superiority over this planet. It means we can send SG-1 down
Get us out
yonder.
of here.
That's a 2. That's a 4. Alright, yeah. So we can get... easily bring in, like, our whole force. And then we'll go capture that one over there. These are some cool ships. Not very sneaky, Tok'ra, for you just to be out and about fighting the enemy in the open. I thought that kind of wasn't your whole shtick, but whatever.
By then it would be
Get SG-1 down here and their Telpac, or whatever the frick it's called.
I'm unfamiliar with
And then
this
we're going to get going
successfully.
down to the Guao base. The problem was before is we were using all non-hero units are not very strong, which, you know, makes sense, I suppose. It does make sense, but SG-1 is kind of like goated when it comes to,
You have chosen the location very well.
dead, because they're hanging. Yep, they're dead. Boom! Ooh, looky, looky, there's a Apophis! Oh, look, we can see him now, because we have this, so we can see, like, one system out, I think it is. We're going to want to try and clear that out. So I think we will dump the money. We're going to build 2 BC-304s. We'll add it to the fleet. Yeah, so here's the Tok'ra secret base. Here's a spy that reveals hostile activity. That bonus. Yeah, so basically we can recruit Tok'ra. But first, we're going to see if we can... We're going to... Oh, that's in progress. Quick save there. We're not save scumming, by the way, so we're not going to be doing none of that, you know, ooh, like, I lost, so we're going to undo that now. If we lose, we lose. Like, I'm just saving in case we crash. Because I have had random crashes in the past in a lot of games, so I get kind of paranoid. I hope this is interesting. I mean, I've been talking straight for like 45 minutes, so I'm not really sure how the heck we're going to edit the heck out of this, but... Alright, well, we have a pretty decent fleet. I mean, BC-304, a couple BC-304s, they have, you know, they're very similar to the BC-304s, I think, are considered, what are these considered? It doesn't really say. They're called battle cruisers, but I think both of these ships are kind of like corvettes, in that they're pretty strong against fighters because they have these railguns, so they're really good against fighter stuff. Go after that one. He's kind of off by himself. Target that one. Gonna wreck his deck. Alright, take out his engines. Fighters, target his shields. Alright, his engines are out. We should be able to cripple him. Well, I think the Tari are balanced in that realistically, this versus this would not go great. I think, like, realistically, if it were, like, show realism, but because this is game logic, I think the ships are definitely a lot stronger. Like, realistically, I don't think railguns and missiles would bring enemy shields down all that effectively. See, if we lose some 303s, that's okay, because we're going to probably want to get rid of the 303s altogether and use only 304s, because the 304s are just generally better ships. But they're also quite a bit more expensive, and so because they're more expensive, we're not going to want to use them. We're going to want to rely on what we got, so we're not going to want to focus up. We don't want to actively just let our ships get foddered to death or anything like that, but... The one nice thing about the Tari ships, though, is they don't have visible shield generators on them, I don't think. They don't have, like, visible shield generators, so we can't lose our shield generators. Boom! We haven't been building too many things on some of these planets. We're mostly focusing on taking planets to get income, and once we get a solid income and a decent fleet, we can start dumping more money. We can start dumping money into, you know, other stuff. Because we're going to want to push our research. So we're going to want to tech up fairly quickly. So there's nothing there. Planet with no atmosphere. Oh, that's why these guys can't attack it. There's no atmosphere. Oops. Oh. Well, that was a dumb move. That's alright. We'll go in and retreat. Whoop, there they are. Alright. guys get out of there. Let's clear that planet out so we can at least secure it.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a good test also, because the faction that's on this planet is the same faction that's in that ion place over yonder, so we can get to see how well our ships perform against them. Yeah, we can take them. Free faction that we don't know a whole lot about. Okay, so that opens up the ability to travel to Orban, which could be good to take this. And then, ooh, what was that? Aqua generators? Build a space station on that one. Yeah, space station there too. Get some more,
Yes, sir.
we get some more money.
Yes, sir.
Money. Going, boys.
Yes, sir.
Doing alright, but we haven't had to actually fight Anubis yet. Like the actual faction, the actual like active Gua'uld faction, we haven't had to fight yet. So we'll see how it goes when we actually have to fight them properly. But we have a decent fleet. I mean, it's not like we have a tiny little fleet here. This is a pretty decent fleet for Tari at this stage, I think. We could use more BC3 wars. You can see, this is only 22 of 50. So we could have twice this number of ships of this size, because these ships are not, like, super high-end ships. Active combat. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Ships. Ideally, we don't want to lose any ships, but, you know. Could lose a 303 in there. Could happen. I think we get the Prometheus to clear out the island, because this is the nebula where the Prometheus goes missing. We might get the Prometheus here out by clearing this out, which would be cool. Yeah. Take that. Race. Yep, there it is. We got the Prometheus. Boom. Now we have a hero. Or a hero. Well, we always had heroes, but now we have hero ships. Yeah. So it would be kind of important to decide where we want to go next. We'll dump the money into that. Start researching our next tier. So honestly, I kind of want to try and take Talana, because this orbital fleet is not that strong. And we might be able to actually push them out of orbit, because we have a decent sized fleet. I think maybe money right now. We'll speed it up a little bit. Well, we get one more 303 up in here. Or 304, excuse me. We get one more 3. We could outfit also and have, like, you know, heavy bombers and other shit. I tend to not build a lot of the fighters. Usually, I tend to not build a lot of fighters and stuff. But, you know, is what it is. So, I'm going to make you guys wait. So next episode, we will begin the Siege of Talana. And we'll try and take that, amongst other things we're probably going to do. And so, thank you guys for watching this episode of Stargate Empire War Pegasus Chronicles. I appreciate you still being around, still tuning into videos. I mean, all, like, you know, 2 of you that are probably there. But don't worry, there's more fun stuff coming, not just these boring Let's Plays, but this is just easy stuff to get the channel kind of vibing in the algorithm again, to show YouTube that I'm going to be active and posting stuff again. That's kind of the whole purpose of the Let's Plays, is just to have something consistent to upload while I work on better stuff to put out. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.